Welcome, Aquarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your March general reading. This is indeed a general reading. It may not resonate for all of you. I've laid out the Mayan Tarot along the axis of the horoscope wheel. I'll clarify with the African Tarot, and I have 3 oracle decks that I will be using throughout. I am doing personal readings because these readings are general and they cannot resonate for all of you. The information for personal readings are in the description box below. I give away a free reading on or about the 1st of each month, and I collect the winners from the comments below and from the donations that have been previously given. So I thank all of you for participating in that. It's a joyful practice for me, and moreover, I appreciate your presence here now and all the ways that you support me in whatever ways that they are. I do feel it, and I thank you for that in advance. So Aquarius, let's get with your overall energy for the month of March. We have the Chariot. This is really about you being you. This is about you stepping away from the herd, from the crowd, no longer hiding yourself in sheep's clothing. Not that you're a wolf, but you're definitely an original. And you're no longer hiding your uniqueness, your eccentricity, whatever way that you may have been marginalized and made to feel as though you don't belong, or notice that you are always different, that you do things differently, that you move to your own drummer. You are discarding the need to solve all of the problems of people around you, even though in some ways it's easy for you to see. You have a strong intuition about what is best for you and even for others at times. You have an uncanny way of pulling in information that provides you with a lot of universal knowledge, a lot of divine intervention. You're open to that. This is allowing you to have focus. By focusing on who you are, what is best for you, you are moving very rapidly towards a goal that will be successful and significant to you. And this is important because it is verifying for you that you are on the right path for yourself. In the 10th house, the house of your social position, we have the Lord of Jades or the King of Pentacles. This is the energy of mastering your material environment, mastering your ability to be stable and secure, being prosperous, having what you need, and creating an abundance for those around you, your family, your community. That abundance often looks like showing others how to become stable and secure, how to generate their own wealth or prosperity. And this is something that is lending you a lot of credibility in your community because despite your unique approach, you have the resources, the validation of material comforts that others recognize as an emblem of your success. So this makes you credible to others, even if your ideas are unique or original. It makes you able to introduce unusual ideas, innovation for people that they might not ordinarily be open to. But if you are addressing it, presenting it, or speaking to innovations in whatever area, others are more likely to believe you, to find you credible. This is showing you to be a leader in your community in some very important innovation or new way of doing things. In the first house, the 7 of Cups, You have many options. There are many people that want you on their team. You have a lot of skills on display that others find intriguing, interesting, and there are people, particularly in this time of high innovation, as well as a kind of collapse in many of our social structures or frames, looking to your successes as something that they would like to include in their projects, in opportunities or things that they're trying to launch. These offers can be overwhelming to you. They can be confusing to you. As I said earlier, you're used to being seen as a little outside of the box, a little unusual, a little outside the norm. And so to have people clamoring for your participation, for your input, is a little overwhelming. It's also quite distracting for you because my sense is that you have something you want to accomplish. This is the second 7 here, and this is again an affirmation that perhaps from the offers you're receiving, you're able to, rather than pull people, then being pulled into others' projects, you're able to pull others into your project. You're able to negotiate with these offers to have them work on your behalf as well, perhaps as offering something to their efforts too. I'm seeing a very productive negotiation coming out of this sense of being wanted, of your creative talents, your imaginative ideas being desired by others. In the 4th house, we have the Hermit card, and this is in your house of history, your home, your family. This can also be your past, and this is showing me a reclusive energy, an energy where you pull in and consult your own authority in order to manage your way into the world, how you've learned to manage your resources, to build on those, has been through the consulting of your own authority, the recognition that your ideas are valid, even if they're not in the conventional norm. You understand your right to be you because your ideas are being vetted in the real world, are being validated in the real world, and that encourages you to maintain a healthy habit of pulling in and finding answers within yourself. This, again, is giving you the motivation to continue to be your own original, unique, outside of the box person, and that others see the value of what you're able to learn and gain in this way, that you are more than willing to share with others. In the 7th house, we have another 7. This is the house of your significant relationships. So this is not just people. This can be groups of people, but it can also be goals that you have. The 7 of Jades is you, again, assessing where you've gotten by reinvesting in yourself, by identifying the way you work, the resources that you're building from, the fruits of your efforts, and how to maximize those, how to work smarter rather than harder. And because of this, you are, again, standing back and evaluating your work and your efforts, and you're looking at ways to work with others through their desire to be working with you. And this is a new, unique problem for you, but one that is not distracting you from essentially your devotion to reinvigorating your own project, your own goals, and the success of those goals. I'm going to pull a Soul's Journey Oracle card, Aquarius. If this reading is resonating with you so far, please like this video, share this with others, comment below. I love reading your comments, your thoughts, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It is greatly appreciated. And I've pulled the Abundance card. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Not a surprise at all. I feel a tremendous sense of confidence from you at this time in your ability to manifest abundance, to your unlimited potential that you embrace. And I've also pulled from the Flora and Fauna of Africa. That's the garbage truck out there verifying, confirming this reading, the Egyptian cobra. And the key word, the key plant that's associated with this being is Solomon's seal. And the key word is wisdom. You have power and grace. Know when to use your voice and when to use your venom. I like that. That is very much reflecting this kind of bifurcated sense I have around the existence of sevens here, the way that you're pulling back and evaluating what you need and what you have, what you want, how you want to work, and the influx, receiving the offers, the appreciation, the interest and intrigue in what it is you do and how you do it. The Seven of Cups in the first house is clarified by the Knight of Cups in the second house and the Queen of Swords in the third house. It's interesting that the validation you're receiving in people's interest in you is actually helping you to open up your heart. And by opening up your heart, I mean it is confirming your creativity. It's confirming your ability to dream, to visualize, to open up about what it is that is significant to you, what your values are. And this is something that you're beginning to recognize others need. The way you communicate that is characteristically through your immense and tremendous curiosity about what others need, about the way others are thinking, the search for greater truth, a truth that can be shared by a diversity of individuals, because you are resonating to the recognition that others are like you, more like you than they understand, so that you are using your difference to share and lead as part of your curiosity and understanding the experiences of others and entertaining their ideas and having them share with you their dreams, their inspirations. This is about you facilitating through whatever you're doing, this negotiation, this discussion, this conversation about what is real for people, what their experiences truly are, and helping them challenge their assumptions about the world, challenge their expectations about what should happen and who they truly are. In the fourth house, the Hermit card is clarified by the Nine of Swords in the fifth house and the Nine of Wands in the sixth house. I'm getting you're at the end of a long experience of a kind of suffering as the result of the sense of difference that you may have experienced. This kind of pain that you've experienced perhaps through your friendships, perhaps among your peers, perhaps as a process of creativity for you, the building up of your creative gifts, the way you're able to find expression for the suffering of isolation, of difference, is part of what has given you this incredible fortitude to assert yourself repeatedly, to never give up on this particular vision you have that has perhaps seemed like a challenge, that has felt as if you've been excluded from the kind of abundance that you're now recognizing you're in a kind of command of. Seeing abundance as a process, just as you are seeing your happiness and fulfillment as a process, is what gives you your determination to be successful. You recognize that failures, just like disappointments, are part of success, that success doesn't arrive without them. And in a way, you've released the sense of making mistakes as something that's labeled you, as being different, as something that's labeling you. You're releasing that. And you can almost taste the success in a particular project or enterprise is very close at hand. The Seven of Jades in the 7th house is clarified by the 6 of Swords in the 8th and the 2 of Wands in the 9th house. I definitely feel you moving on from something that has been a container in which you perhaps haven't felt seen or heard. That hasn't meant that you haven't been able to find some success, some stability and security, but I feel you now have the sufficient protection or safety that you need, perhaps by having some of the comforts that are necessary and required, some base level of security that allows you to leave this conventional life or effort behind, to move away from relationships in which you have perhaps felt a sense of isolation, or an environment where that has marginalized you or emphasized your difference in a way that has excluded you from the kind of participation you know you're capable of. Instead, you are owning your expertise, you're owning your gifts, and you are now turning your attention to the future, the ways in which you can be more productive in unfamiliar arenas, in places where you are less known and less familiar yourself, so that you can grow your services, grow your talents, grow your products, grow your project in a way that can connect you up with a world that is willing to learn from you, eager to learn from you, and with which you're eager to share. And this is really emphasizing your own personal process of relying on your own authority to find the answers to your problems, or to ways of finding solutions. The King of Swords in the 10th house is clarified by the Queen of Wands in the 11th house, and the Queen of Pentacles in the 12th house. Interesting, you have 3 queens here. You certainly have the emblem of the King of Pentacles at the top, and in that way there is a divine couple. I have spoken about soulmateism as, in my view, a reflection of finding that marriage within, finding that balance of your assertive energy and your receptive, productive energies. So you have found a balance within yourself from which you are able to operate in a way that allows you to receive greater confidence, greater confirmation, affirmation of who you are, of your passion, and the appropriateness of that passion to the service of greater truth. And it's not just truth for you, it's truth for others. So you are actually navigating a process for others through the gaining of this process of productivity for yourself, honoring your own potential and receiving the rewards of your efforts. And those rewards can come in the form of love, something that feels as though you have not factored it into your experience. I see a lot of achievement. I see a lot of focus and intentionality. I see a lot of suffering in relationships, a lot of being ignored. But I think that some of that is now a function of your opening up your ability to receive the love that is all around you. I feel people clamoring for your attention, for your ideas, for your input, for your original perspective on things. And along with that is a validation of who you are, an appreciation and admiration for your talents, for your gifts, for your successes. I'm going to finish up this reading, Aquarius, with a crystal oracle. And this flipped over in a funny way, but I'll take that because that's beautiful. And it is the ruby, and the key word is shine. It's time for me to shine. Thank you, Aquarius, for such a moving reading. Until next time, namaste.